So horror is a genre I typically avoid because I'm a pretty big wuss when it comes to scary movies, but I know there's a lot of great films in this genre, so I'm trying to be brave and branch out and watch some of them. So today I'm going to watch the Patreon voted 1978 film Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I've heard this is one of the iconic horror films. I don't know the cast, I don't know the director. Judging off the title, there'll be some kind of body switching, some kind of plot line. That's my only real prediction. I'm not sure if this concept is based on a book or anything like that, but thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. Or if you have any other suggestions for horror movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you're ever curious about what gear I use or what's on the bookshelf, I've included a link in the description. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Kaufman, that name sounds familiar. Donald Sutherland, really? I don't think I've seen anything in him when he's younger. I've only ever seen him in more recent films. And Jeff Goldblum, excellent. Leonard Nimoy, really? Okay, I haven't seen Star Trek, but I obviously recognize his name as Spock. Okay. Oh, based on the novel by Jack Finney? The water drops are turning into some kind of like alien bug thing. Oh god. It looks like a flower, but I'm guessing it's has other intentions. That was cool. It was really well done. Okay, so something in the water and from the rain. Okay. Why do I find this so creepy? Just this guy on the swing. Oh god. Oh, this movie's giving me the creeps already. Oh, and the POV from the swing? Okay. Very unsettling, yeah.
Look at this flower.
Alright, out of way!
Priorities.
Comment? Qui est là? Who is it? Department of Health.
I really like the cinematography so far.
A keeper, a raptor. A keeper. It's a keeper? Eat it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are they gonna decide? Yeah, he's a health inspector and obviously not very popular. Ah, that's a horrible sound, just glass.
I'll run a salmonella test for you.
Thank you. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night.
He's quite very dedicated, obviously, asking her to come in early just to run a test. Okay. Whoa. I wasn't expecting this, whatever's making them switch bodies, come from a flower. Okay, that's interesting.
Geoffrey?
Geoffrey's not acting like himself. He's up early, got dressed. Okay, so he threw out the flower, but obviously still, like... Yeah, there's definitely a difference in him from the day before. That's a pup! Yeah, something strange is definitely going on here. Yesterday, all he could care about was the game, and now he is going to a meeting late at night, gave away his tickets to the game, is acting very suspicious, obviously. Not really telling her what he's doing or where he's going. If it's taking over your body, or if it's like switching your bodies with somebody else, or switching personalities, I guess.
He said not to wait up for him.
Well then.
Want some more wine?
Oh my, is there something going on here? Yeah, and he's become like lacking all his emotion. He's just being very robotic and just kind of zombie-like. So I'm curious if that's just his response to this flower or seed or whatever from the rain, but or if everybody responds that way.
No, different.
Okay, yeah, so it's starting to affect other people. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's definitely spooky, and I'm really enjoying the cinematography. The sound design is cool as well. Yeah, the kind of like this like pulsing music, yeah. Oh, hello, Geoffrey.
I followed him all day from one end of town to the other, and everywhere he went he had these meetings with strange people.
Weird. So they're like organizing something, or anybody who's been affected by this, yeah.
It was like the whole city had changed overnight.
Yeah, she's starting to notice a difference between how people behave, and they're gonna go see the psychiatrist, and hopefully he can help answer some questions about Geoffrey.
You're next in danger.
Oh gosh.
Something terrible. Please. You're next. Here they are.
Oh my gosh. You're next. They're coming. They're already here. He's trying to warn them, obviously, and then gets chased down by a mob. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah. Will you promise me tomorrow?
Please, tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow we'll all talk.
Yeah, and she's saying the same thing, like, it's not my husband, he's acting differently, like, it's him on the outside, but on the inside, it's not him. And then everybody's just blank staring. Oh, so creepy.
Katherine. Come on, Katherine.
Yeah, anybody who's suspecting what's going on, they're just trying to quiet them.
Isn't it more likely that you want to believe that he's changed because you're really looking for an excuse to get out?
Yeah, he's like blaming relationships and like people's like either lack of commitment or avoiding the problems that are in front of them. That's what he thinks is the issue here.
I wish I did.
Yeah, he thinks it's like some kind of hallucination or obviously some other explanation. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh my. He's just zoned out completely, like a belly massage?
It's fascinating. This type of music stimulates the growth of the plants.
Oh, shoot.
You don't.
Oh my, giving his butt the chops.
Oh, by the way, thank you for that plant you gave me last time.
Oh, shoot, he gave her a plant. Oh, no. And yeah, if the music's helping them grow, it's only going to spread, and then everybody who goes to this bath is going to be affected.
Geoffrey?
He bought her a plant. Okay, so is the goal of the people who are affected is to make other people affected? Because the plant seems to be how it spreads, or the flower.
Jack, you're gonna suffocate.
Oh my god!
Come on, no. Please.
Who was that? Oh, it's so gooey. And he has a nosebleed?
Jack, don't touch it. You don't know where it's been.
Inspiration.
Oh, so weird. It looks really cool, like it's well done, but it's just so bizarre.
6 foot 4. What's your weight? 170. Why?
Oh, no.
Is it supposed to like a copy of him?
No, Matthew.
It's the same height and weight as him?
Why are you calling Elizabeth?
Matthew?
Why?
That's crazy. There's like an adult-sized carbon copy of Jack, if I'm guessing correctly. And it's like he's like a newborn because he has like little fuzzies all over him basically, but he's obviously the size of a fully grown man.
What's the matter? Elizabeth?
Oh gosh, what's on her face? What did he do? Oh, Geoffrey.
Where's Gertrude?
Yeah, it's the same thing that seems to be happening to Elizabeth as she's laying down and she had like that weird stuff on her face. Oh, that's a cool shot to have him and then like a couple rows over have the carbon copy of him or the replica of him. Oh god. Like it looks like spider webs almost, like a really thin layer. Ah! Oh god, it's alive.
Jack! Jack, wake up! Died!
Whoa, that's so cool. Oh, they're definitely connected.
See?
Yeah, now they both have nosebleeds, and when Jack opened his eyes, this version closed them. Ah! Oh God, it's trying to get him. Yeah, it's like they're transferring bodies. Like as soon as he laid down, the other bodies seem to get more power and like come to life. Ugh. Yeah, the music and the sound design is really cool. Oh God! What? She's become like, oh! Yeah, same thing that happened to Jack. There's like two versions of her. One that's like cocooned in the garden, their little greenhouse. And then the actual human version of her. What? Yeah, so how do you prevent them from taking over your body? Like if you still have the human version, do you just have to like keep them awake? Like what do you do? That's so crazy. Yeah, and Geoffrey obviously, as like this is what he wants to happen. He's not concerned, and he's bringing her that was the same like bundle that he was carrying around before. Is that what they need to like complete it or something?
It's nosebleed, white hair that touched my hand. There's something in here.
Okay, so where did it go? Yeah, it's growing in the mud.
Lost.
Yeah, and again with the garbage truck. Yeah, and it seems like as soon as they start to get away from the plants, they're doing okay.
Body.
But yeah, when he called the police before to report that accident about
Anybody until we get back.
about the guy that tried to warn them, they didn't really seem concerned. So have they been taken over as well? Yeah, and it's such a creepy concept because obviously it's happening inside. They're not monsters walking around with like fangs or anything scary. Like the bodies look creepy when they're being created, but after that they look like regular humans.
No, I didn't. No, I took her from there. Her other body was in here. That's what I've been trying to explain.
Yeah, what are happening to these other bodies? Where are they going? He's just like nothing. There's nothing there. Yeah, of course, when they bring the police by, there's nothing there to see. Has he moved the body? Yeah, oh, I'm very curious. Such an interesting concept.
Elizabeth, would you please tell me, in your opinion, exactly what is happening?
What is this glove thing he's wearing?
People are being duplicated. And once it's happened to you, you're part of this thing.
Yes.
It almost happened to me.
Does it kill off like the human version, or?
Did you ask him to accept my telephone call?
I'll call him in an hour. I'll be at my office. If you have any other ideas, get in touch.
Okay, so it sounds like he's going to try and help him out at least. I don't even know. He's like, okay, I've known you too long. I'll believe you. And he's got connections with the mayor, so they're going to try and warn the city somehow, or they're treating it like an epidemic since he works with the health department. They have protocols, obviously, for that kind of stuff. And yeah, I don't know how they're going to... Yeah, because you wouldn't know somebody is a duplicate until you talk to them. Like, how would you, like, unless they start acting like, not like themselves, but...
The sooner the better.
What? I didn't trust him from the beginning, that guy.
I'm not seeing things. I know I saw what I saw.
Now he's working with them. God!
All right, now that body...
That little sneak.
Space?
Huh?
Not Jack.
Not from outer space.
Why?
Well, what are you talking about? A space flower?
Yes, the very same.
Space flower.
Where they're coming from. But I feel as though I've been poisoned today. We've got to take those flowers in and have them analyzed. This is the only thing
Yes,
I know.
okay, good. They're starting to figure it out. Okay, yeah, so they're obviously starting to suspect that flowers have something to do with it.
Yes, my name is Matthew Bennell.
The mayor's in conference right now, but he wants you to know that Dr. Kibner called him personally to express his concern as well.
I don't trust this.
We're asking for your discretion from now on because this whole thing might be a baiting.
Yeah, I feel like this little group is the only group that's not affected.
I had no intention at all of...
Don't mention anyone about duplicate bodies, for God's sake.
I was going to treat it...
Excuse me.
They're like, keep it quiet, we don't want to cause a panic, which could be obviously them covering the trail as well.
Serious business, Mrs. Bennell. Is this just a case of paranoia, Mrs. Bennell?
This is really cool. Like, they're repeating the same shots of him on the phone and then walking past the same theater and the overlaid audio. It's really cool. And like the low angle POV helping to incite like the panic and the frustration he's feeling.
Much better now.
That's because he's also a duplicate. So creepy.
I'll see you soon, I hope.
Ha! Yeah, they're slowly becoming just everybody is just taking over and over. And this garbage truck. What is he giving her? Oh, I don't like this. Oh no! Oh gosh. It's gonna attack him in his sleep. No, 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 no. Yeah, and it's like the plant and like the webs are all connected, and yeah, again, this like pulsing music. Oh gosh. So creepy. It's not like an overly gory movie so far, but it's just so creepy, and just like the fact that if this happened, like what would you even do? Oh my gosh. And like the special effects are really cool. It almost sounds like an ultrasound, like that like underwater almost like heartbeat. Oh god. Oh, gross. Is that supposed to be like his head? Is this flower gonna like birth out a copy of him? Oh my god. Yep, I think that's what's happening. Oh my gosh, that's so creepy. Ew, gross. He's so gooey. Oh. Yeah, this flower is just duplicating them. That was really cool. Super gross, but really well done. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine seeing that? Ugh. And like recognizing it, being like, hey, that kind of looks like me. Never thought I'd see a flower giving birth, but you know, here we are. First time for everything. Yeah, and since he's asleep, he obviously doesn't know what's happening. Is he gonna get a nosebleed like the other guy did? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like crawling on his face.
Matthew!
Wake up, wake up!
Matthew!
Oh, such a cool shot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you gotta wake up. Oh my god, that'd be terrifying to wake up to. Oh, there's so many of them.
I would like to report 4 bodies in my backyard.
You all right?
Wait right there, Mr. Bennell.
How do you know my name?
Yeah, it's a trap.
I didn't tell you my name.
It's a trap.
I didn't tell him my name.
Run, run, run. Yes. And even when they called... Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Even when they called that David character, they said, oh, you woke me up, I was sleeping. So these guys are the only ones left, basically, in the whole city that haven't been duplicated. Yeah, and like, do you kill them? Like, what do you do with these? Oh, that'd be so crazy. Oh! Oh, God. It looks like plasticky, but it was still super gory. He bashed his own head in.
Come on, keep on running, don't stop. Go on.
Yeah, like, do you try to get to another city? Like, how do you try and escape this? Because it seems like they're on their own. Yeah, now the whole city's after them and they're all wearing black, basically, which makes it, especially in the night, makes it look extra creepy because all you can really see coming out of the darkness is their heads. Yeah, I think their only option right now is to get out of town, but even then, like, who's to say this isn't happening in other cities? Like, oh, that's a really cool shot. Yeah, but how do you know the helicopter's not being run by pods? Oh, okay. Jeff Goldblum's becoming bait, basically, so the others can escape. Oh, bye. I don't think that's gonna end well. Yeah, and I'm curious, like, once everybody's become a duplicate, then what's their plan? Just like global domination? Okay, yeah, so they went to a part of the city that nobody was really looking for them, and now they're hoping they can get to the airport.
The airport, carrying 2 passengers, type H, repeat type H.
Did he just report that they're not pods, or they're not duplicates? Yeah, I didn't think they'd make it to the airport. And even if they do, like, who's to say the people at the airport would even let them on a plane and wouldn't be duplicates?
Hurry, move, wake up.
Look, there's a pod.
Oh no. Yeah. Gooey. It's reminding me of An American Werewolf in London, how it's like a slower pace, but still really interesting story. Oh my. Time for a smooch, perhaps? Yeah, I'm curious how are they going to try and make some kind of, like, they were testing it, so they're going to make some kind of, like, antidote or something like that. Like, how are they going to reverse this process? Can it be reversed?
All those people are changed.
Are they carrying plants in those little baskets?
Matthew will never be able to stop them.
Yes, we will.
Can't.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I want to go to sleep. I can't stay awake anymore.
Yeah, how are they going to stay awake forever?
Would have been a lot easier if we'd just gone to sleep last night.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, no!
Oh no!
You have the same life, the same clothes, the same car.
But what happens to us?
You'll be born again into an untroubled world.
Is that what he thinks?
Fear.
Wait.
Yeah, so he said he wants to create a world that's void of anxiety and feelings, basically. Like, no hatred, no stress. You'll still have all your memories. You'll just be a zombie because you won't feel anything. Yeah, and these were our last 2 survivors, so frick. See you later, San Francisco.
There's no need for hate now. Or love.
Did he orchestrate this whole thing somehow?
You won't want them to.
Oh God. This guy's a creep. Yeah, he wants to create a world that, like, there's no love, no hate, no nothing. People are just mindless zombies, basically.
Come and watch.
Evolving into a new life form. So he thinks he's making a more advanced society because they won't have feelings.
We drift through the universe from planet to planet, pushed on by the solar winds.
He's an alien!
We adapt. And we survive.
Oh God!
They survive.
Oh! Bonked him. Is this genuine? Why are they wearing, like, the same outfits?
Don't show any emotions. Hide your feelings.
Let me sleep.
Watch over each other.
Okay, so she was just pretending and was able to trick them. Yeah, and she said, like, the flower at the beginning of the movie, how it spreads so easily and it just becomes like a parasite. Okay, this might work. They might get out. Okay.
The yellow logo is for loading and unloading only. That's your loading or unloading.
What? Ah! Oh my god, that was a dog with a human's head on it. Is that from the guy in the park? Oh my gosh. Yeah, and she freaked out and screamed, and now they know that she's not one of them. Yikes.
This is where they grow them. This is where they cultivate them.
Yeah, they've taken them to their base where they grow the plants. Oh my gosh. Yes. They have no intention of slowing down, clearly. Yeah, they're in San Francisco, so they saw these ships coming into the bay, and hopefully it's help. I wasn't expecting bagpipes. Are they playing Amazing Grace? Oh god. Yikes. Yikes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's not help. You're doomed. I'm sorry to say. Oh shoot, did she fall asleep? Oh yeah. They tried so hard to get away. And now it's transferring to him. Oh god. Her whole face and body just like disintegrated.
Matthew.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, man? You're on your own now. Oh my gosh. But her whole body just like shrunk down and disintegrated. Oh god. There's so many plants. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and he said they travel from planet to planet, so clearly they want global domination. Yeah, he's gonna destroy all their plants. Oh. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, he's setting them all on fire. Pew pew. I don't think that'll help the people who have already been duplicated, but at least it'll prevent further people from being duplicated. Ah, gross. She's just walking around naked with all these flames. What is that? Oh my god. She's like calling out to them? What the heck? Oh, bye. I hope he makes it out of this one, but I don't know if he will. I'm glad he destroyed the plants, though. That's a good start. But now literally everybody's after him.
Please report to the Civic Auditorium.
No!
Incoming flights is posted by the information booth. Although
they're bringing in busloads of kids. Oh no. Yeah, now the world's just going on as normal, basically, with these duplicates. Except they have no emotion. Oh, that sound. What is he gonna do? He just gonna pretend that he's a duplicate? Or did they get him? Did he fall asleep? That would be so weird to just obviously pretend you have no feelings and then also be working with people who you know are duplicates and they still look the same obviously, but they're acting very differently. No! No, no! Oh god! Oh, they got him. Oh no. Dang it. Oh, the slow zoom into his mouth. Oh, dang it. I was wondering if he was just pretending or if they actually turned him, but obviously they got him. Ah, dang it. Oh, and that's so weird how they call out people who aren't duplicated with that weird sound. So that was my first time watching the 1978 film Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I really enjoyed it. It was a super cool concept. They said it was based off a book. I haven't read the book, but I'm curious to see how the movie relates to the book, if there's huge differences, if it's very similar. The cast was great. Donald Sutherland, I haven't really seen him in anything from his younger days. I've only ever seen him in newer stuff, so I really enjoyed his performance. Jeff Goldblum, I really enjoyed his performance as well, as a little bit of like comedic relief against this very intense situation, so it was great to see him. And Leonard Nimoy, who again, I haven't seen Star Trek, but obviously I recognize he's a very famous actor, but it was nice to see him in something other than what he's most known for. And then it turns out that he's an alien. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't really trust his character from the beginning. He seemed a little bit suspicious, and then we find out that, and then it turns out that he seems to be orchestrating this whole event as he travels from planet to planet, inflicting this, what he considers to be an advanced race. And it was interesting because Jack was making fun of David, Leonard Nimoy's character, saying like, how does he write these books in 6 months? Like, sometimes it takes me 6 months to put a sentence together, and that's probably because he is an alien and has other abilities, obviously. From what they said, David's motivation for creating all these duplicates of people and he wanted to create this advanced society basically where there's people have all their memories intact, but they're void of all emotions, which is interesting to think like, okay, when you have a memory, is there not emotions attached to that memory? I get maybe it would relate more to like memories of like, or skills of like how to drive a car. Maybe he wants to keep all that stuff intact, but have no feelings, so no positive feelings or negative feelings. So he's eradicating the world basically of anxiety and depression, but also love and happiness, and it's just turning the population into emotionless zombies who are still going about their day-to-day activities, but just with zero feeling and just no expressions because they have no feelings. And it was interesting because obviously it's something that's happening internally. It's not a monster that's, you know, got big scary teeth or something like that, or claws. It's something that's happening inside. And other than like when Elizabeth first notices Geoffrey's acting odd, she would only know that because she knows him. Whereas if somebody who doesn't know him might think this is how he normally is. So it was interesting concept that way in terms of a horror movie where the monster was basically coming from within. And for a horror movie, there wasn't a ton of gore. There was a few scenes, particularly the scene where Matthew is bashing in the the duplicate version of himself, and you just see his head caving in and this blood as he's taking this axe to his own self, which is so weird to think about that you would have to do that in order for this duplicate to take over basically. So yeah, it was, the face just kind of like collapsed in on itself. It did look a bit plasticky, but I'm not going to hold that against them. It was 1978 and everything else looked really well done, super cool. The scene where the plant is basically giving birth to the duplicate person, the pod person, like, oh my god, that scene was a lot. I think that was probably, like, as disturbing as that was, I think that's probably my favorite scene from the movie, just because it was so memorable and it was just, it explained how these pods were being created basically and how the duplicates were being formed. And the sound design played in a lot into this movie as well. It was really well done. Even at the ending, how the end credits had no music, especially going off that twist ending, but for me it sounded like a baby's ultrasound, like that kind of underwater heartbeat when during the scene where the plants are giving birth, like that kind of like pulsing sound. That's what it reminded me of, and it makes sense if that's what's being played over while the plant is giving birth basically to these people. Just so creepy, so well done. All the elements really worked well together, and the sound design also helped create like a really good atmosphere of tension and anxiety and just overlaying sounds, even when Matthew's on the phone trying to call the police and Jeff Goldblum's just like in his ear filling in with more noise, and it just creates that tension, and it was really well done. And the scene where he's Matthew's in the phone booth And we keep seeing him spinning around, and that low angle shot, and him going past the theater and just creating that sense of panic and confusion and just trying to get your bearings and trying to figure out what's going on. I think that was so well done and really helped convey that feeling to the audience. I don't think we ever got to see what was in those baskets that they were all carrying around and passing off to each other. I'm going to assume it was a plant, as that would be what would help create more pod people. It was definitely a slow burn, but once things started to happen, they happened quickly, and Elizabeth inadvertently turns her boyfriend Geoffrey into this pod person because she brings home this plant, and it seems like she's interested in plants and she's got quite a few at home, so she sees something she doesn't recognize, brings it home, and is curious about it and can't find it in any books because obviously it's not from this world, it's from a different world, and that ultimately is what turns Geoffrey into a pod person. And the fact that it happens while you're sleeping, that was just another twist. I mean, those plants creating a duplicate version of you is creepy enough, but the fact that you can't ever sleep, that would just be such a creepy thought, to know that you're in such a high tense situation, similar to Nightmare on Elm Street, where he attacks you while you're sleeping. And once you fall asleep, the plant has time to start duplicating you and take over. And unfortunately for Elizabeth, who was so close to making it out at the end, and then she falls asleep, and the scene when Matthew was holding her and her whole face and her whole body just kind of deteriorate into nothing, and then there's a fully formed duplicate standing 3 feet away, and he just realized, I think Matthew kind of realized at that point, and seeing all the plants on the ship, I think he realized that was it. The ending with Matthew, I thought they played really well as a way to trick the audience and to have that twist ending, because we never actually see him become duplicate. We just see him with Elizabeth, and then he sets all the plants on fire, and you're like, okay, will he make it out of here? Will he not? And then it cuts to a shot of him at the office, and we're like, okay, is he just trying to blend in and hide and, you know, figure out his next move until he can somehow escape? Although I don't know where or how he could escape, but and then, unfortunately, it turns out that he had been duplicated, as he calls out Jeff Goldblum's wife and makes that weird sound, which seems to be how they call to alert everybody else that, hey, I found somebody who isn't one of us. But unfortunately, I don't know what's going to happen to her now. But yeah, it was just such a twist, because I was so hopeful that Matthew was going to make it out, and he had been doing everything in his power to try and stay his true self and not be duplicated, and ultimately was unsuccessful. But I don't think the odds were in his favor, as basically the entire city of San Francisco was against him, and with new ships coming in, and it didn't seem like they had any plans of slowing down anytime soon. So even if he did escape, I don't know where he would go. I really enjoyed the cinematography as well. I felt like all the shots were really well thought out, the POV style, even at the beginning when we see the priest on the swing, and then it cuts to a POV of the swing, and it's instantly setting you up for the viewer to be uncomfortable, and like something's already off. And even Elizabeth is like, I've lived in this city for years, it's always felt like home, and now I'm walking around and something feels strange. So just that creepy, eerie feeling, and having that POV style and some of the shots that they chose just really helped tell that story. So overall, I thought the cinematography was really well done, the acting was really well done, a cool storyline, the special effects were really interesting. I'm excited to look up how they did some of them and to find out more about that. The audio and the noises and all those little details I thought played in really well to help tell the story as well, including that like weird sound that they make when they see somebody who's not a duplicate. And I think an interesting layer of this film is, you can argue, okay, well, what makes a person human? Are these people even considered humans now? Now that this alien flower thing has created duplicates of them, can you even call these duplicate things humans? Because if they don't have emotions and they don't have feelings, is that what defines being a human, basically? And now it kind of seems like they're just zombie robots. I don't even know what you would call these new versions of these people. And they were bringing in kids, and just like, it felt like nobody was safe and everybody was doomed to have a duplicate, and it's just going to be world domination from here on out. I don't know what they would do if somebody was like pregnant, how that would happen or what that would be like, but just basically there will be no feelings and no emotions. I think it brings up an interesting question. If you take away emotions from a human, can you still call them a human, or what defines being a human, basically? So a really interesting story. And again, it wasn't really like an evil monster bad guy. It was this alien rain that turned into, or alien seeds, I'm guessing, that created this flower, and then the flower is, and again, like the juxtaposition of having something that is typically beautiful, such as a flower, creating chaos and panic and creating duplicates, clones of everybody. So I thought that was an interesting element as well. And that scene where we see the dog with the human head, oh my god, I was not expecting to see that. And obviously Elizabeth reacted to seeing that as it would be very disturbing to see. And I'm guessing that's what happened to the guy that was sleeping in the park. Him and his dog, whenever they were duplicated, somehow merged. And it kind of reminded me of The Fly, again, another Jeff Goldblum film. But yeah, that was an interesting concept, and that was the first time we saw anything like that. Like, if you'd fallen asleep next to your dog while this pod process was happening, would you become a dog person or a cat person or whatever other animal or person was near you? So super interesting. And for a horror movie, the body count is just through the roof because this affected everybody. Even though the people are still alive, their other versions, their more human versions, have died or disintegrated or whatever's happened to them. So yeah, the body count is just, nobody made it out of this alive, with the exception of Jeff Goldblum's wife. And I don't, like, how long does she have left now that Matthew is called in the pod people on her, basically. No one is getting out of this situation alive. Very bleak ending, but again, I think the premise is super interesting and there's a lot to dissect there and lots to discuss. But overall, I really enjoyed it. Super cool movie. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for horror movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Is this flower gonna like birth out a copy of him? Bashed his own head in. How are they gonna stay awake forever? The dog with the human's head on it. See you later, San Francisco. She's saying the same thing, like, it's not my husband, he's acting different. Oh my, giving his butt the chops. What did he do? Oh, Geoffrey. Yeah, and again with the garbage truck.